Hello, I am Santiago Botero, an industrial engineer from Colombia. I want to do my master's in supply chain management because I am convinced that redesigning supply networks is one of the cornerstones for a sustainable development worldwide. I believe that in order to solve most of the problems that humanity is facing, we must work based on three pillars: research and technical development, responsible business and entrepreneurship, and environmental and social sustainability. That's why I started working based on this belief many years ago. I am the fifth generation of a Colombian coffee producing family, but while studying engineering, I understood that we have to change the way how we have been working for more than a century. 6 years ago, while still in college, I co-founded a new branch of the family business, Café Botero, in order to process and commercialize our coffee anywhere in the world straight from here, the plantations. A couple of years later, I became CEO, quitted my job in logistics at Porsche, and our company has been growing since. Later, I realized that we had to take further steps towards technification and new supply chain developments. Through mathematical modeling and operations research, I redesigned and optimized the supply chain of our coffee business from the plantations to the consumers. The result was a new and improved supply network. A couple of years later, I had the opportunity to present this research at universities in Honduras, Mexico, and Colombia, and I earned the second place at the research contest of the Latin American Congress of the Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineering. By reshaping the traditional agricultural supply chain, we have significantly increased efficiency, reducing environmental impact, and maximizing the farmer income while we take knowledge and industry closer to the farmers. I think that scaling these ideas and making them accessible to farmers worldwide could reshape the way agriculture works today, making it socially, environmentally, and economically sustainable. That's why I want to focus my master's research in the development of a supply chain design that allows me to scale and replicate my idea of selling coffee straight from the plantations to the consumers, being able to support and work with more farmers apart from my family. Once I come back to Colombia for my master's, I want to develop and implement a business model around the supply chain that I will design in my research, looking to expand my company while creating a competitive, democratized, and decentralized alternative for farmers in my country, since the low prices of coffee in the international markets is creating a social crisis among producers. In the short term, as soon as I return to Colombia, I will start by working with a small number of farmers, allowing them to sell their coffee as a finished product in international markets. In the midterm, I want my company to have impact on the lives and incomes of hundreds of Colombian croppers by expanding our operations nationally and selling to customers around the whole globe. And in the long term, I dream of scaling this idea to an extent at which it has a macro impact not only on coffee, but on other food and agriculture supply chains worldwide. I want it to be replicated by entrepreneurs in different developing countries like mine in order to generate sustainable progress around the world. As you may have noticed, the supply chain problem that interests me the most is the one on food and agriculture, because of two main reasons. The first one is that around 1/3 of the food produced worldwide is wasted along the supply chain. This means millions of dollars lost, but also that we are right now producing enough to feed the world's population, but due to supply chain problems, we are not doing it. If we could substantially diminish the food waste, we would not need to dedicate more land and resources to food production, and prices would drop to levels that more people would be able to afford. The second one, that agriculturists around the planet, and especially in developing countries, are living in poorness, even if they harvest the only products that the world can't live without. And this rural population represents almost half of the people on the planet. I believe that creating new alternatives to food's traditional supply chains, utilizing modern technology and communications, can empower agriculturers, democratize and decentralize the industry, and generate environmentally and socially sustainable solutions. That's why I want to do my master's in supply chain management at MIT, because I am sure that it's the right place to get the tools I need to do that. Thank you.